hormone queen, when I think social isolation, my brain automatically goes to how is that affecting my hormones? Or how is that affecting my patient's hormones? And that's what got me thinking about a lot of different ways that it affects your hormones, but one way specifically is that it lowers your oxytocin. So let's get into that. So this is a hormone we don't think about a lot, but is super important to our lives. It's the love hormone. It's what makes us feel connected to people. So when you go out and see your friends and laugh, you're making huge amounts of oxytocin. When you see your friends that you haven't seen in a while, friends or family, and you give them a big hug, your body just releases massive amounts of oxytocin. Or when you having sex, obviously it releases oxytocin. It's a very deep connection. Or even with women, with connecting with after childbirth and breastfeeding, or even men connecting with their children too. This releases oxytocin. So you can imagine if you're socially isolated, you're suddenly dramatically limiting the amount of oxytocin you're producing. And how is this going to affect you? I mean, we don't even realize how much we rely on this beautiful hormone to help us out. So some of the things that oxytocin does, if you have a drop in oxytocin, you're going to have an increase in appetite. So having the right amount of oxytocin actually suppresses our appetite to a normal level. So if you're at home, and quarantined, then you may be binge eating. I mean, it's not your fault, it's your hormones. So when you don't have enough oxytocin, you get way more hungry. That's why oxytocin, I actually prescribe it to patients for weight loss, because it can help with just curbing appetites in a very natural way, but it works really well. If you take enough, it really curbs your appetite. So you can imagine when you don't have it, you crave everything. Another side effect of the not having enough oxytocin is anxiety and depression. So no wonder a lot of people, as these weeks have gone on with the stay-at-home orders, have had more anxiety. I've heard from a lot of, friends and family that are having more anxiety, and I've even heard like some of my favorite podcasts I listen to and stuff like that, people are commenting that their anxiety is way up because of this, and I want to be like, you need oxytocin. And yeah, you can actually just take oxytocin in a time like this. It's really useful. Okay, a couple other things that oxytocin affects is your memory and cognition. So if you're in social isolation, but you are still expected to work from home, that's a tall task, because your brain is not going to work as well. You're not going to remember what you were supposed to get done. You're not going to be able to concentrate during that Zoom meeting. At least not as well as you used to when you had those good amounts of oxytocin of just seeing even your coworkers at the office. When you said hi and they said hi back, that released a little oxytocin that you're missing out on now. And so yeah, I feel for you, everyone who's at home still trying to work and get things done, because it's harder now. The other thing is that it can lower your sex drive. So if you're stuck at home with your partner, it's one of the only things you can still do, right? So you better have a sex drive. But if you are not getting the daily doses of oxytocin that you usually get from seeing friends and family and going out and being social, then your sex drive can go down a little bit and you're just not as interested. Now, on the other hand, if you're at home and you push yourself, and even though you're not really feeling it, you get into it and you have sex, that actually releases a lot of oxytocin. So that can be a way to boost it back up too. Just increase the number of times that you're having sex per day. For people that isn't an option, you can take actual bioidentical oxytocin. And what that means is that it is a dissolvable tablet that you absorb through the mucosa of your mouth, and that it allows you to get good levels of oxytocin going in your blood, and it makes you feel fantastic, especially when you haven't had it for a while. So let me show you what it looks like. So it's kind of hard, it might be hard to see on camera, but this is a tray of oxytocin. So basically you just pop out one of them like that. This is what's called a troche, and you pop it in your mouth. And you just dissolve it. You know, you can stuff it under your tongue to dissolve it there, or in your mouth. You know, the goal is that you're not just swallowing all of it, that you're absorbing it in your mouth. And you can get all the benefits of that. You can take it daily. It's a very safe medication because it's bioidentical. And so anything that's bioidentical, it means that it's biologically identical to your hormones. So you have a lot less side effects. And so I have to admit, I've been taking oxytocin for, it's been 2 to 3 months now, and it's had a dramatic effect for me. Like, I am someone who suffers from anxiety, and I mean, it's helped me a lot. I mean, definitely owe part of that to why I'm thriving during quarantine. So everyone's a little stressed with COVID, but try opening a new business right when that was starting to happen. And then also being a new mom. 3 very stressful things that I am so thankful that I have that support for. When it comes to the new mom support, oxytocin has a special place. So I'm going to make a separate video for you just about oxytocin for new moms. But it really can be useful to anyone that's dealing with anxiety right now. And just not feeling as good as they used to. So if you're interested in oxytocin bioidentical hormone therapy specifically for you, please contact Silk Life Medical Spa. Check out our website, silklife.com. If you thought this video was interesting, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means so much to me as I'm trying to get this new business going. It really means so much to have all of your support. But please comment with any questions that you might have about this topic or something else you want to know more about. Have a great one. Bye!
I was sipping on the Rubicon, thinking about where I come. It's all this for revolution. Lighting up the coupon, saving for a telephone. Can I call home, please? Can I go home? Sipping on the Rubicon, thinking about where I come. It's all this for revolution. Lighting up the coupon, saving for a telephone.